Dit buiten. Daar weer te beneden.
Where's the typhoon? Where's the typhoon?
The car.
Where's the car?
The car.
Where is it? Many of my deaf pupils have learned to sail during common interest time. Last year, when I took them for life-saving, 3 of my pupils were awarded medals by the Royal New Zealand Life-Saving Society. Three times a year, a pupil can change his activity. Here, David is enjoying a game of chess. Most of the activities that are offered are very suitable for deaf children. So there we are, common interest, a choice of 50 different activities, including chess, sailing, wood carving, yoga, gymnastic, childcare, model aeroplanes, squash, rifle shooting, harriers, basket weaving, scuba diving, macrame, embroidery, table tennis, printing, kite making, pottery, and only a few of all these activities are not suitable. With the deaf children, we make many visits. And a recent visit to our Waikato hospital is recorded here.
This is the Waikato hospital. We put the X-ray
Labeling all the articles for the children to see what the X-ray department was about. Here Peter explains in great detail all the intricacies of the X-ray department.
So have a look at Molly's heart, like that. See it?
But you just mentioned that when they have to have an X-ray, if they have to have an X-ray, they have to do that too.
That's right. So we have to hold your breath, so we get a nice picture that's very still.
I'll tell you why, we want you. I'll tell you why we want you.
There you go. Every visit is followed up with a lesson in the classroom. And here we are then, after our visit to the hospital, with a lesson to do with those things that we saw there. The man in the hospital had a broken kneecap. What was broken? The man had a broken kneecap. The man had a broken kneecap. What did he have?
The broken kneecap.
Where is the kneecap? Can you say he had a cracked kneecap?
Cracked kneecap.
What does cracked mean? What is cracked?
Piece is broken.
Yes. Here is the skeleton. There is the kneecap. There is the kneecap. And it was cracked. And the doctor put some screws in the kneecap. He put some screws in the kneecap. Can you say, the doctor put some screws in the kneecap?
The doctor put the screws in the tap. The doctor put screws in the kneecap.
Good speech. And while this is going on, Mrs. Hartley has prepared a chart to help the children write thank you letters to the sisters and technicians in the hospital. And this is the latest way, the most modern way of setting out their letter. The pupils in the deaf unit have been fortunate in having had Mrs. Macpherson, the teacher from the intermediate school deaf unit, close by. She recently gave birth to her baby. And we have watched with great interest Mrs. Macpherson's baby grow before it was visible. All sorts of questions were asked before and after it was born. At a police station also, people went overboard to show us what was going on. We saw everything. But this police visit had something else attached to it. Here you see a conference of Youth Aid officers. I was asked would I give a lecture to these people, and they came from all over the North Island, from Wellington up to North Cape, to hear about the problems of the deaf child. And this sort of makes these people very frustrated. They're misunderstood, and it's such a subtle thing, this deafness. You can't see they're deaf. They look to all intents and purposes normal people. And to deal with this, I think the first thing you've got to realize is that they are deaf. And not only that they are deaf, but all the things that we've just talked about can also complicate the issue, because many times a deaf child is also intellectually handicapped. Many of the children that I have are born from the rubella epidemic. This is the German measles. The mother has the German measles, very insignificant little disease. She mightn't even have known that she's had it, but the unborn child is, the fetus is very much affected by the disease. Well, they asked many questions. They were very interested, and we hope that they understand a little bit more about the problems of the deaf child.
What did you see today, Shelley?
We visited the food factory. The ladies were making bread and juice. We saw 3 deaf girls. They worked very hard.
The children have visited this year the airport, Windstone's Quarry, the fire station, Carwarrow Forest, the hospital, the telegraph office, the post office, Bend and Burleigh's, the museum, the police, Robertson Air Services. No shortage of visits, no shortage of things to explain, no shortage of things to talk and write about in the deaf unit. The student grows and matures, and sooner or later the day must come that the end of high school is in sight. Parents are often reluctant to face this day, not realizing that great benefit can be had by allowing the pupil to start his learning about the world in good time. Education certainly doesn't stop when the pupil leaves school. A different phase begins. In the last 6 months of school, the senior students begin work experience. They go out 1 day per week to work. And sometimes from this a job opportunity will be offered. But our main aim is to educate and not to look for employment opportunities. Hello, Donald.
Hi, Mr. Ensing.
What are you doing here?
Hello, Mr. Ensing. I'm doing cleaning the dirty out of the pipe, part of the jack body jack, and I like to paint a bit okay. Last time I knew to work a bit in the street, but I don't like it very much there.
You didn't?
That's alright.
Hello, Elaine.
Hello.
What are you doing there?
I'm doing the bank.
What else do you do?
Typing and invoices.
There are lots of things I have not talked about, but you will have some ideas of the things we try to do with the deaf pupils. I would like you to keep in mind that the children are at school only for a very small part of the day, and that the things you do with them at home have a great effect on them.